everybody, and thanks for coming back, or if this is your first time tuning in. My name is Coma, and I'm an artist and whatnot, and obviously, because of the title, right? Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you how to become a painter for under $50. Okay, now there are several ways that you can do this, but there are some things that you're gonna have to have. You're gonna, of course, need paint. So what kind of paint do you need? Do you need a 2-ounce bottle? They cost $12 of acrylic or oil paint. Personally, I like acrylic. I'm going to be talking about acrylic today. But with that being said, you're going to need paint. So what kind of paint would you need instead of a $12 paint? You can either use the Apple and Barrel, which is about 50 cents per 2-ounce. Or folk art is also a really good one. It's one of my favorites just because they have the metallic series and the neon series, which is really cool. A lot of cool blacklight effects that you can do. But do not use these by themselves. Because by themselves, they're very watery and they're not going to go very far, and your paint is going to end up chipping. It's just not good quality. I mean, I remember I did a painting about 2 years ago. It's actually been about 5 years. Sorry. Woo! I lost my age where I was at this time. So, about 5 years later, it started to crack really bad. So, to make this Apple and Barrel worth more than 50 cents, you're going to have to add a medium. Now, a medium is just basically your base for your pigment, okay? This is just our pigment. That's all we're using it for, really. When it comes to smaller stores like Walmart or Target or other places like that, whatever you have around you, usually you can find a medium, but usually you'll have two options, okay? You'll either have a glossy medium, or you'll have a matte medium. And what this means is this one's going to give you a little shine. This one's going to make it flat color with no shine. These go for about $6 or $7 a piece. However, if you don't want to spend the money on that, you can always, there's several alternatives, guys. There's several ways to mix your paints and to add mediums. In fact, with acrylic, you can even use Elmer's glue. I believe it's 1-in-1. So, let's say that I chose to use the matte. I would put 1 ounce into a cup. I put 1 ounce into a cup of the medium, and then I would put 1 ounce of the paint, the pigment. So that's 2 ounces, right? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix it up real good. And make sure it's really mixed, right? Making some paint. So, once we have our paint, and we make our paint, right, you can use Elmer's glue, 1-in-1. You're going to have brushes. And I don't care what anybody say, ain't nothing wrong with them little $1 brushes from Walmart, but guess what? They do the same thing. They might break in a week, but that's fine. Spending $1 in a week, that's fine. Okay, so you're going to want a pack of brushes, just regular brushes, if you're using acrylic paint. Run you about $4 to $6, and I think you get about 10 to 20 different brushes, which will do everything you need. And you can get a surplus of cups, okay? A surplus of cups. And they even come with tops. So once I mix my paint, if I mix too much, I can always just tap it, wrap it, keep it. So now that you've got your paint made, your brushes ready to go, and to apply the paint, you need something to apply it on. You can paint on literally anything. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So what should you paint on? Well, I have a few examples here. One is wood. You can paint on wood and get some really nice effects. A little cheap piece of wood, about 50 cents. No big deal, right? Now, here is a piece that I did on a small flat canvas, with flat bar canvases. It's by Artist Law. And this is actually a print transfer. with a gloss medium on top to kind of, which I can get into all of that later, of course. This is canvas, the paper-like stuff. It's actually a leaf, page now, but canvases are the ideal way to paint because it absorbs the acrylic paint. Now this is a piece of glass that I painted and then I turned into a poster. I really love it. I love the style of it. I'll even, show you guys how to do something like this if you're interested. If you have nothing else, right? Cardboard. I hate to say it, but yes, you can paint on cardboard. However, 9 times out of 10, the cardboard is going to bow, meaning it's going to curve. And I have an example of that. I created this piece here, but as you can see in the back here, cardboard. And it is very bowed. Very bowed. Yeah, you guys, so to create your pieces, you don't need much. You can do it for about, honestly, you don't even need $50. $50 in Michael's or $50 on Amazon would take me so far. And it will take you so far as long as you're picking the right products. You don't have to get the most expensive things. Yes, they help, but sometimes you need to work with products that aren't that great to better yourself. That way, when you get to the point where you can use those expensive products, you know how to use them better than anyone else because you used and perfected and mastered the cheaper products. Okay, so that's just a tip to the wise. How to create a piece of art, become a painter for under $50. There are going to be links for art supplies in the description below. I'm going to give you some of the stuff that I think is the best equipment to start out with, or even if you're intermediate or advanced, these are still things that you could be interested in. So be sure to check those out. I'm losing it. And I'm back. Okay. And be sure to check me out on social media platforms. Those are great. You can see all of my work, my art, and my not so beautiful face.